Hi Marco, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you're watching from. So today we have the women's doubles medal matches going on, obviously between Malaysia and Japan first for the bronze medal match, before following on with all Team China women's doubles finals. All four pairs are absolute elite players. We have Team Japan in Nami, Matsuyama, and Shida against Malaysia's Pearly and Thinaah Muralitharan. I mean, who do you think is going to win? Put it down in the chat. Where are you watching from? Also, put it in the chat here. So currently we're watching live. Obviously, I'm watching on my separate screen, and we have Team Japan leading 10-4 at the moment. It's not really free flowing for Pearly and Thinaah. Who do you think would win men's singles? So I've done my prediction video last weekend, so go check that out for all 5 categories. One of my predictions for the mixed doubles have come true. Zheng Siwei, Huang Yachong got the gold yesterday. Hi Turi, and it was an epic one. In terms of men's singles, obviously yesterday we had a huge quarterfinal day. You know, Sui Chi and Kunlavut. We had Li Zijia playing with Anas. Let me quickly listen to the Coach Tian Hao. We're at the mid-game interval at the moment, 11-4. So Coach Hun Tin Hao speaking to Thinaah and Pearly, giving some more instructions and encouragement, telling them to be a bit more proactive in defense. Yeah, I think there's a sizable gap, 11-4. But obviously, at the elite game, at the elite level, things change very, very quickly. So absolutely no issues there, and it's only the first set as well. One thing's settle down a little bit more. Malaysia needs to really focus a bit more on making sure the gap doesn't go too big. There we go, 5-11. Will Zijia win gold? Absolutely. I think he has all the opportunities and skills and weapons to win it. Yeah, he still has to play. Well, to win, everyone still have to play 2 more matches. Still win 2 more matches actually, before you get the gold medal. You have to earn it, obviously. So that's not straightforward, nor is it easy. So it's actually really hard, I think. Women's doubles, in terms of physicality, the rallies are really a lot longer. It's because elite players, their defense is so strong nowadays. It's really not easy, not straightforward to just put the shuttle on the floor, especially in a slightly slower hall. The Port de la Chapelle arena, which they're playing in right now, is a really big hall. And generally, if you're playing in huge halls, the shuttles are definitely just that little bit slower. But Nami and Chiharu are happy to lift often. They do have very good attack, but then Japanese teams often are happy to play the lift. But here they've won the point from being in the attack. So Nami was going to rotate forward. Chiharu finishes that point off. So in terms of coaches, we've got Malaysia's Tan Kim Her on one of the coaching benches, and we have another long-time Japanese coach, women's doubles Japanese coach on Nami and Chiharu's side. I believe he's actually Chinese, originally Chinese, but obviously has been a long time in Japan. Speaks incredibly fluent Japanese. Yes, Marco, congratulations to Huang Yaqiong. I think you can see the relief on her face after the match is finished. And hopefully we should also see some more relief today once the medals are decided. So, like I said, it's getting tight. It's getting tighter. Team Malaysia are clawing back some points here. 8-13 right now. Chihara just telling Nami, look, let's just take it 1 point, one by one. Obviously, I talk a lot about equipment. Chihara is playing with the Nanoflare 800 racket. Nami stays with her Nanoflare 700 racket. Whereas on the other side, Pearly is playing with the Arc Saber 7 Pro. And Thinaah, same as Nami, with the Nanoflare 700. All 4 players are sponsored by Yonex, obviously. With Japanese national team sponsored by Yonex. So the 2 Japanese ladies are also wearing Yonex shoes. There'll be the SHB 65Z shoe in the ladies' colors, whereas Pearly and Thinaah wears the Eclipsion. Super comfortable shoes. So obviously I've reviewed every single thing that I've just talked about on my channel before, so go check them out if you need more information. Hi, Mr. David. Good to see you here. Oh, almost a defense from Thinaah. Well, I'll review the TKF Ultra. If I can get my hands on one, I will. So that's looking forward to that one. Hi, CK. Was the present Aaron? What present for Aaron? We at quarter final. Hi, Slick Cooper. Happy to have you back again. Seen you for the last few days. So Pearly and Thinaah just challenging that call at the moment. It felt like it was out. Hi, KY. Yes, so I've been streaming over the last few days for obviously the Olympics. Why not? You know, like I love watching badminton, and then I thought, you know what, might as well watch it with you guys. And if people are happy to join me, that's great. Hoping to add that little bit more insight, I guess, or share some of my perspectives because I've had the opportunity to speak to some of these players themselves previously, and then just to add that little bit more perspective. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. So I think on commentary, obviously I have in my ear, we have Chris Langridge and Gillian Clark, both excellent commentators on the stream. And so Chris obviously has a medal at the Olympics, and he has a lot of very deep insight into how the elite game works. Obviously him being an excellent player himself, forecourt expert at the front. I think he's just saying that the Malaysian girls are really trying to finish the rallies too quickly, too fast. I think Chris is 100% spot on. They're playing quite a lot of high risk shots, and going for the attack when they're not in the most perfect positions. So it is quite hard. So what would you advise for the Malaysian ladies now being 17-9 down? What would you have done? Marco, no, I've not tried the Aura Speed 30H before, so no idea how that feels. In terms of playing styles, I certainly think Pearly and Thinaah are more an attacking pair. Thinaah and Pearly does have that slightly harder smash, but Thinaah is also excellent in defense, whereas Nami and Chiharu, Nami is fast at the back. Like her technique and movement, her technique of movement is excellent, incredibly efficient, and very effective in getting into spaces and coming out. I personally think Nami is more of an effective player compared to Chiharu. Chiharu tends to stay at the front that little bit more. Japanese players is too fast. Yep, so Nami and Chiharu are rapid. They cover the court really, really well. There we go. Nami just getting to the front of the court, just playing that into space. Pak Jubong giving instructions from the stands, really. So, yeah, so Team Japan 100% should have lost that point from that weak, loose return from Nami, but managed to still come around and win that. So So if someone's just cutting grass outside, I'm going to close the windows so we don't get the lawnmower sounds as much. Hang on. We have game points now. Wow. For women's doubles, the scoreline is quite wide, 21-11. It feels it's just very straightforward at this point. Nami and Chiharu are really playing fast. Let me try listening to some of the coaches at the swap ends. So it's pretty cool that Coach Kim Her is speaking in English to Nami. And obviously, I believe the other Japanese coach, I can't remember his Japanese name, he's going full hand action. A lot of instructions. So Coach Thinaah just telling Pearly and Thinaah you can't just defend long all the time. You need to have a block in somewhere and then be able to step in, trying to counter, turn that defense into attack. Yo Lim, hi, I'm not sure where you're from, where you're based in at the moment. In Europe, you can watch the Olympics on Discovery Plus or Eurosport. In Malaysia, I'm sure RTM or Astro will have some stream going on. Hi, is Shi injured or just not prepared for the match? I'm assuming you're referring to Shida. I don't think he's injured, nor I do think he was unprepared for the match. It's just Kunlavut played incredibly well. And yeah, Kunlavut executed the tactical game plan incredibly well, limiting Shuichi's ability to attack freely. Kunlavut's deception at the front of the court, the variation as well, was absolutely incredible to see. If you want to watch a high-level deception, high-level tactical match, check that replay out, because that match is incredible. And also the mental discipline to keep doing that, because there might be probably easier shots to play by hitting harder or something, go in, smash in, but couldn't have had that mental discipline to really stick to that tactical game plan. The tactical game plan was buy himself time with deception and limiting Shi Yuqi's ability to attack freely. Real tactical masterclass, that one. 100% recommend watching that. RTM clicks. There we go. Thank you. So Pearly and Thinaah 100% needs to try and convert a lot of their movements into the attack a little bit more. So currently, I feel like they're just slightly off the pace of Chiharu and Nami. Pearly and Thinaah is reacting a little bit much at the moment. They might be nervous. They might be fatigue. We've been competing. This is almost day number 8, I believe. Day number 7 and day number 8 now. So there's a lot of fatigue, and also the mental strength required to pick yourself up after a loss yesterday, a tight one, before going again. Obviously, both pairs have the same issues, but still. So Nami and Chiharu attacking at the moment. We are 2-love for Team Japan. So Pearly and Thinaah are really just defending this rally, and I think against a relatively more passive pair. So now Team Malaysia is trying the attack, and then still Nami manages to keep the show in. Great defense. So for Pearly and Thinaah, it looks like they're given there's too much gaps. There's too many gaps on court at this very point. I think they look nervous as well. Maybe perhaps it's nerves, pressure, wanting to succeed, the pressure they give themselves. They're certainly dark horses and they can play. So and Nami and Chiharu looks a lot more relaxed. And I think when Nami and Chiharu are relaxed, it's dangerous, because they will play very confidently. Flick serve from Thinaah. Wow, what a defense from Pearly for that one. But those are high risk shots, in my opinion. So obviously, Pearly and Thinaah won the point, but that is a high risk shot. That was so tight across the net and also width wise. There's not a lot of margin for those, and at this level, sometimes when you're losing the first set, when you've lost the first set and you're trying to chase in the second set, you need to give yourself that little bit of margin, because any tighter, it's gone in the net. Any tighter, it's out wide. So again, Pearly doing a cross-court slice drop, but it was a bit too loose, and Team Japan pressured Thinaah with that one, and that forced a mistake. It's a good shot by Thinaah. Pearly wasn't there. Yep, so currently Nami and Chiharu just having a more solid basic game. So playing into gaps, moving faster, hitting lower risk shots, whereas Pearly and Thinaah are hitting higher risk shots, and I think that is dangerous. So over the last few days, good movement around. Over the last few days, there's a drift, and at the first few days of the Olympics, I felt that the drift was going where we're watching from the camera, from Pearly towards Nami and Chiharu. But actually, over the last 2 or 3 days, the drift has shifted, and it's actually coming from Nami and Chiharu's position towards Pearly and Thinaah. I'm not sure I'm not sure if it's exactly the same today, but the sideways drift are going from left to right on screen. So obviously, if you're watching, it's going from the left to the right. So the Japanese coach is telling the ladies, just take point by point, stay relaxed, stay focused. So Pearly and Thinaah trying to G themselves up as well. Yeah, Chris on commentary just said that, you know, Nami and Chiharu just really playing freely, not a lot of stress. So Pearly and Thinaah really trying to go for gaps here, and I think Pearly and Thinaah are just not rotating as well as they can at the moment. Oftentimes one tries a more creative shot, but then the one at the back isn't filling the gap fast enough. At the elite level, you get found out very, very quickly, and you then play a lack of quality shot, and then you're in trouble straight away. Whereas Nami and Chiharu play an excellent basic game. They fill the gaps really, really quickly. What is Japan's playing style? I generally see them as more defensive. Obviously, if you watch Team Korea and Team China plays, they're really aggressive in the attack, trying to keep the shuttle going down all the time. Whereas Japanese ladies doubles are often happier to lift. They have very strong defense, obviously, but sometimes in modern badminton, the ability to keep the shuttle coming down consistently does add more pressure towards your opponent, and so you have a higher chance of controlling the rally if the shuttles are coming down. But the prerequisite is you do need a lot of physicality. You do need to invest in energy to keep the shuttle coming in a downward direction all the time by moving quick, spending energy. And women's doubles rallies are so long nowadays that you have to pick and choose your time. But at the moment, Chiharu and Nami are more attacking than Pearly and Thinaah are. Pearly and Thinaah are more happy to sit back and defend, which I don't think is the right thing to do. It's dangerous. So, but we're not far away. We're 5-8. Thinaah's got that serious phase, like the game phase going on. So, potential for a comeback. So Thinaah forcing that point a little bit, winning that one. Good crosses. 6-8 now. You can see the little bit of doubt going on in Nami and Chiharu's mind. Can you recommend a shoe for wide feet? Yeah. So there's a lot of Yonex models have wide feet. It really depends on what you like. Even the 65 series have wide feet. The Eclipse series is fairly wide. They also have a wide model, I believe. I think Aeros, the ultralight version, now also have a wide model. So yeah, there's plenty of options for you to choose from. So for shoes, I really recommend trying them out. You can also check out some of the reviews that I've made just to give you a little bit more perspective, a little bit more information. But I would really recommend trying them out if you can. Come back to the match. We are 10-6 to Team Japan in the second set right now. We're getting into the crunch points now. This is a big point before going into the mid-game interval. Thinaah attacking, Pearly at the front of the net. Lifted, Team Japan starts attacking. Chiharu smashes from the back. Nami tries to intercept. Big lift from Pearly, get out of trouble. Stop drop from Chiharu. Punch clear. Now it's time to defend. Pearly tries to intercept from the front, manages to pick it up. So this is a long rally for this one. Cross court, stop drop from Chiharu. Slice drop. Punch clear. Pearly starts smashing. Oh, Nami at the front of the net. Thinaah managed to pick it up. Oh, wow. And then an absolute stop drop. Absolutely amazing stop drop from Chiharu to win that one. Slightly cross inside out as well. So around the center line, out wide to Pearly's backhand side. Thinaah dived to pick that shot up, and then big lift. Oh wow! A massive stop drop, really good, well disguised as well. The punishing rally. Let's listen to Coach Thinaah. Daddy B, hey CK, when are we gonna have a player racket updates? Some of them have updated their rackets. Only some of them have updated their rackets. I think I had, when was my last update? I think from the All England, right? So I'm not sure many have updated since the All England. Actually, I will actually double check. I think if it's worth making a video, I will. But yeah, so players generally swap shoes more often than rackets, so hence there's not many racket updates coming from all the elite players. Who do you think is going to win the women's doubles bronze? Currently, it looks like Team Japan, Nami and Chiharu. They're cruising at the moment. So they're cruising because of amazing coverage in terms of court. So Nami's at the front of the court right now. One big smash from Pearly. So Team Japan is doing incredibly well by limiting Pearly's ability to attack at the moment. So playing it into the right space at the right time, and yep, that's the tactical game plan. If you have one player that has exceptional qualities at certain things, you want to limit their ability to actually do that to you. Again, going back to Shurichi versus Kunlavut yesterday, yep, Kunlavut really limited Shurichi's ability to attack freely, and I think Nami and Chiharu here are doing an excellent job at trying to limit Pearly's attack a little bit more. I think if I were just to be a little bit harsher, I do think Team Malaysia's attack, Pearly and Thinaah's attack, sometimes they bring too high risk. They go for higher risk shots, which sometimes when you go for high risk shots, you have gaps on the court and you can't continuously keep the attack going. And so that is the one weakness that I think I might have noticed a little bit more. Yes, you do have the unpredictability, but then again, if you're unable to string up multiple consecutive attacks, then modern badminton doesn't give you that single smash point anymore. You need to work your rally. You need to be able to continuously press on with that combo. 13-7. Towel or over grip. It's personal preference. It's up to you. Yeah, it's entirely up to you. So I used to always play with towel grip for a period of time, and then now I'm currently on over grips. So yeah, so it's entirely up to you. Players do change that depending on the conditions as well. Also depending on where you play, generally day to day. So if you're in a hot and humid country, obviously, yeah, you might prefer towel grip. But if not, over grips are also absolutely fine. 14-7. So Chiharu attacking from the back. Thinaah attacking from the back right now. There's a punch clear. Nami does have strong defense. What a shot from Pearly. That's a good shot. 8-14. Women's doubles finals. Yes, it's coming right after this one. If this match finishes before, so obviously here you can see it says here on screen not before 3:10 p.m. So that's UK time. I'm based in the UK. So in Paris it will be 4:10 p.m. Yeah. So depending on where you are, obviously you have to adjust to your time zones. China or Malaysia or Singapore, you are 7 hours ahead from this time. So do adjust for that. Paris time is GMT +2 at the moment. Falcon High. What's better for smashes, BG80 power, aerobyte boost? It's down to your own personal preference. If you prefer BG80 power, go for it. If you prefer aerobyte boost, also exactly the same. What rackets are they using? Yep, so Pearly is playing with the Art Super 7 Pro. Nami and Thinaah are playing with this NanoFlare 700, and Chiharu is playing with the NanoFlare 800 Pro. Yeah, so this is quite a big gap at the moment now. 15, I believe it's 15-9. So whilst the courts are getting wiped at the moment. 16-9, I beg your pardon. 16-9. In terms of a women's doubles match, this is going very, very fast. Good defense from Thinaah to turn the shuttle. Pearly attacking from the back right now. Thinaah trying to block, just guide it in short, trying to get the lift. Yep. Just looking at the chat right now. Japan for the win. It looks like they're free flowing at the moment. Probably Thinaah's a bit frustrated at the moment. 17-9. So good. Oh, Pearly just pushed that wide. 18-9. So yeah, Mr. David quite consistent in her play. Yeah, I don't think it's a single player or a single thing really. If you play doubles, you play as a pair. 100% Pearly and Thinaah are not on their best day, not on best form today. It's been a long tournament, and nothing's really going their way. I think Nami and Chiharu just better in all situations, really. Just more solid in their basic game, less errors, less risky shots, picking up more shuttles, and that's just part of the game. That is just absolutely part of the game. Professional sports, you gotta have a winner, you gotta have a loser. You don't always win every day, so Nami really attacking big time at the front. Chiharu holding deception, holding push. Tried that one. Unlucky that it went out. So it's 10-19. Yeah, I think Pearly and Thinaah got drawn in a really, really tough group. Group A for them, that was massive. And to be able to come out of that group was indeed... I'm not sure many people expected them to really come out. They were dark horses, 100%, and then still be able to win, and then also get a quarterfinal win. That was actually a really big one. Before playing the number one pair, QingChen and YiFan, they're 100% a cut above the rest. So now stringing a few points together, 11-19. Amazing slice by Pearly, but Thinaah set that up with a lot of power shot just to make it really hard for Chiharu to defend that one. 11-19. In the elite game, 8 points is not impossible, but you just got to keep going. Wow, what defense. The Team Japan's really focusing their attack. Oh, wow. Okay, so Chiharu left that and screamed straight away as soon as it landed. Pearly and Thinaah were 100% convinced that that wasn't out, so both of them immediately challenged at the same time. Pearly and Thinaah can get better 100%. You know, like it's part of the game. It's all part of the game. Yep, that's a long. So match points. Match points for Chiharu and Nami right now. So Nami and Chiharu have been playing together for a really long time now. I think ever since Nami got her World Junior Championship, both of them started playing together after that. So, you know, they've been together for 10 years at this point. And that's it. That's a medal. So I think Nami and Chiharu, the coach getting emotional as well. It's getting a medal. I think Nami and Chiharu both getting a bit more emotional. I remember at the All England this year that Nami was very emotional after losing the final to Lee So-hee and Pek Ha-na. Lots of Japanese fans are also getting emotional. It's tough being a professional athlete. Hi AK, good to see you. Yeah, it's really tough being a professional athlete. There's a lot of pressure on yourself. There's a lot of pressure on the people who have supported you. You feel emotionally attached to, you know, you are a human after all. And it's good to see the emotional side, really. We're all humans. And it's time for them to celebrate the medal. I think for Malaysian fans, we should also celebrate that I think this is the first time ever that Malaysian women's doubles have gone all the way to the semi-final stage at the Olympics. So close to a medal. But again, you know, at the Olympics, you have to earn your wins. Nothing is given. At the professional stage, nothing is given at all, and you have to really earn your each win. And so now, yep, time for Nami and Chiharu to really celebrate, and Pearly and Thinaah, you know, hopefully take this as huge encouragement. You know, knowing that they can mix it with the world's best, with the world's elite. Women's doubles is so tight at the moment. Any pair showing up on the day can win. And the level is so high, you know, seedings on paper doesn't account for much anymore. You have to be able to deliver on the day, and yeah. So Chiharu and Nami really, Chiharu's really happy. Nami's a bit more overcome with emotions. I think, yeah, just letting that sink in, you know. The achievement, it's a big deal. Getting a medal at the Olympics, it's a big deal. Will there be a Philippine match? No, not today. I'm not sure if there are any Philippine badminton players qualified for the Olympics, actually. Hi AK, yep, secret question, opinion, let's go. Let's hear it. Let me check. Let's look at the score. It's all up to Zija and Aaron Week now. Yes, so Aaron Week have a shot at the bronze medal tomorrow, and hopefully, yep, they can get another medal. They had the bronze last time round. They could have 2 bronzes. But they need to beat the European champions, the European daddies, Ken Astrup and Anders Skarp Rasmussen. Hi, Denzel. I'm going to make a video about the outstanding letdowns from the Olympics. I don't think there are any letdowns, actually. The Olympics have been incredible matchups, very, very good watching. Outstanding play. So I might actually do something with Toby. So obviously you might have seen my prediction videos. We have Tobias Vadenka, also a popular badminton YouTuber. He himself was an elite player and still an elite coach as well. We might actually do something together again. We shall see. So I think we have about 20 minutes before the women's doubles gold medal match. yeah, so put your thoughts and comments in the chat, and let me try and answer some of the questions that you have before we watch the women's doubles gold medal match. I mean, who do you think is going to win, actually? Hi, AK. Yes, I'm sending something out to get painted. Mazda, main Kobe Mazda V46 Soul Crystal Red. Oh, that sounds amazing already. What would be a good second color? I'm assuming pearlescent, so I'm assuming you're looking for pearlescent colors. Yellow would be my pick. I think red and yellow would go incredibly well. But yeah, like, let's go for that. Master V46 Soul Crystal Red. I personally would like yellow. Pearlescent yellow though. Pearlescent yellow. Not Toby Young. Canadian Toby Young. This is German. So German Tobias Vadenka. So we call him Toby. So, yep. Did you watch any of the women's singles earlier today? No, unfortunately not. No, too early. I think they started at 7:30, I believe. Yep, so 7:30 my time. No, so I wasn't watching that. But I was very impressed and surprised with this one here. So He Bingjiao beating Chen Yufei. Yeah, that again was an all Chinese affair. Chen Yufei was the current defending women's singles champion. She has been playing at a really high level. She won and beat An Tae-young in the Indonesia Open Super 1000 event. So her level is 100% there. And you get An Tae-young, Gregoria, Carolina, and He Bingjiao in the women's singles semi-finals happening tomorrow. What's your thoughts on Li Zijia against Kunlavut? Wow, I think it'll be a good match. Actually, Zijia and Kunlavut had training sessions together in Singapore with Ken Yu and Lee Chuk Yu, also with Chan Ying Chak from Hong Kong, for a period of time before traveling to Paris. So I'm sure Zijia is really familiar with Kunlavut's style. It's now up to the respective teams to prepare themselves for the matches. And so, yeah, I think it'll be an interesting match. If Kunlavut is able to execute his deceptive game plan, hold and punch, hold and flick, hold and net, hold and push, Zijia will have to really focus on moving and timing his movement really well. And he himself is a very deceptive player as well, Zijia. So we shall find out. Falcon, how old are you? What do you think? Put it down in the chat. Yep. So, which match really surprised you in this year's Olympics? Obviously, yesterday's match. So, I've live streamed quite a few matches in a watch along. So obviously, yesterday's Zijia versus not Zijia. Suichi versus Kunlavut, that was an epic one. Anas versus Zijia, that was also very good. I haven't watched much of Laksha's play yet. Laksha's playing incredible, right now. So, and Zhou Tianchun, you gotta give him credit as well. He's 34, one of the older ones in here, playing at that level. That is incredible. So that's pretty good. Let's go back to some more chat. Which loss are you most shocked by in the entire tournament? I don't think I'm ever shocked at an upset. I think because in terms of badminton, because badminton is such a technical sport, that it's actually really hard to have upsets. So upsets are actually good. I actually welcome that. And so to be able to get that happening, especially at the biggest stage of all, I think it's good. It keeps the game unpredictable. I think someone mentioned yesterday that the top 3 seeds for men's singles are out now. Yep, again on paper, because of how close everyone is on paper. There's no point talking about it on paper. As soon as you get onto court, you still have to be able to deliver the game. Can you predict if the Japanese player will take a selfie on the podium? 100%. Might not necessarily be the Japanese pair that take it, but I think the selfie will be taken on the podium. So yes, I think that would be quite sure. Any thoughts about Vitaton and Axelsen in the finals? 100%. It could happen. Them both needs to win their 2 matches. So Victor will be playing against Laksha, and Kunlap will be playing against Zijab. So all 4 players are worthy champions if they turn out to be so. But obviously, Victor, having won one before, having gone through that process, he will be a slight heavier favorite in my opinion. But still, anything can happen. Victor again had a really emotional interview with Danish TV2 yesterday. He got very emotional during that interview, and he said, like he obviously I don't speak Danish, but then from the translations I've had, I was able to get a little bit of what he was saying. He said, like with the injuries that he's had this year, the performance hasn't been up to his high standards this year. It's been really tough on him to really try and bring his level here at the Olympics. He's really happy that he's able to show that he's playing at a high level. But the sacrifices, the emotional side, and I think everyone's a human after all, so there's a lot of pressure at these Olympics. Everyone wants to succeed, and so that was a really, really eye-opening interview, and Victor is already a GOAT, in my opinion, one of the GOATs already, so of the game. But yeah, so really, really big interview yesterday from Danish TV2, so go check that out, give it a Google. And if you're on your phone, play that loudly onto a Google translator, translate it on Danish onto whatever language you're listening to, and that should give you a very good idea of what happened in that interview. KY Low, have you heard of Astrox Tour 8500? Yep, I have seen those before, but obviously those are only available in Sunrise regions. Yonex Sunrise regions are not available anywhere else in the world, so unfortunately I've not tested those before. But yes, that is a Yonex Sunrise exclusive versions. And WZ, in your opinion, are the previous Olympics more entertaining when we kind of have an expectation who will win, end up in the final? I think all Olympics are very interesting, in my opinion. And actually, if you really think about what you've just said there, like if you knew who was going to win before it started anyway, I think that takes a lot of the excitement out of it. I really enjoy watching 50-50 matches, really enjoy watching tight, close 3-setters. Where you don't know who's going to win, even if world number 1 going in, you still know that, the top 10 player will take him all the way. So I think the excitement of not knowing who's going to win and tight, close matches, that I really enjoy. I'm really loving the widespread of ages I'm getting. 21, 26, 34, 38, 43. I'm liking it. Keep going. Keep going. Can you predict? Yep. Okay. So AK, I've answered that one. Any thoughts about Vitaton, Axelsen? Yep. They have to win their matches to even get there. So 100% looking forward towards the semifinals tomorrow. And Lieutenant Colombo, good lord, can Malaysia fans set the bar higher? Expect players. Well, I think Malaysian fans are really, in my opinion, I think Malaysian fans are really demanding of the national team players, or just any other Malaysian players. It's kind of like football and in England. So England and football is similar to Malaysia and badminton. The team is good, the players are good. It's just the pressure that comes from people who are generally not really involved in the day-to-day running of the whole thing. So many people giving so many opinions, and it's hard. It's hard on the players. It's tough. I'm sure they want it more than anyone else, and so yeah, it's tough. What's the interview name again? So it's from Danish. So Danish TV2, and the interview was Jakob Kivrin. So let me see if I can actually find that and put that here. I will try and put it in the chat. Hang on. So let me look for that right now. That was a very good interview, in my opinion. Hang on. Oops. Open. Right, I'll put the link in here. Hang on, give me a few minutes. So hopefully you can play it in your region. I'm able to play it on mine. So yep. So that's the chat. That's the link of the interview. It was a really emotional interview. Go watch that. That was a great interview actually. So go check that out. Put it on play it on loud on your loudspeaker, and go put it into Google Translate, and I was able to pick out a lot of things really. CW Yap, Malaysia team lose fighting spirit. Yep, I think that again, which is why it's interesting watching players of different styles come on. You know, not everyone have a really aggressive and intensive style on court. It's also physically really demanding, and everyone's very different in that side of things, and that's why it's really wonderful to watch different styles play. And yeah, I think it's progress. I think Pearly and Thinaah have come really far, you know, in the last 18 months, 2 years. I think really they should celebrate that they've gone all the way to the semi-finals at the Olympics. That's quite a big deal. It's a really good achievement. And yeah, you know, it's part of the process, you know. There's always more that they can do, really. So yeah, it's part of the process, and I think they should be very happy and very proud of what they've achieved already. Kind of mixed feelings about Ratchanok winning over Qing and then went on to be beaten. No player wants to lose, I'll be honest. But injuries happen. You can certainly tell looking at this women's singles list here. Every single player on that list has some form of injury that they're managing. You look at An Se-young, she's completely wrapped up on her right foot, right side. Akane Yamaguchi was also ridden with injuries at the start of the year. Ratchanok, 100%. Not 100% fresh, I guess. Gregoria, also a lot of bandage going on. Aya Ohori, same thing. Carolina, wow, you know, back from 2 major injuries. Hebingjia and Chen Yufei, themselves are also managing injuries. So no player is actually stepping on court fully 100% fresh and injury free. So yeah, and I think it's fair game to everyone, really. Everyone knows what the dates are for the Olympics, what tournaments are there. It's up to them and their teams to manage that process. And yeah, sport is tough, you know, sport is very tough. So yeah. What's the interview name? Yep, so I've put that in. What age did I relocate to? Yeah, I came to the UK for university when I was 19. So there we go. Shocking that Chen Yufei lost. Yeah, so it's I haven't watched the match. I was surprised at the 2-0 scoreline. So I might actually go and have to watch that match just to find out what happened. Yep, let me check back on the chat. So it's a lot of people in the crowd. I'm just looking on the screen. A lot of people in the crowd, and that's actually pretty good. Emotional. I'm just looking at the chat. Stream. Yep. Just looking forward, who do you think will win the women's doubles final? Chen QingChen, YiFan, or Liu Xingsu, Tan Ning? Who are your favorites? I'm sure we haven't seen Liu Xingsu and Tan Ning way too much yet, but their complete ascent in an upward trajectory, that gradient is really steep. They've literally just gone straight up. I really first noticed them. Hi Pilo, good to see you again. I really first noticed them at last year's Hilo Open. So I was there at the tournament, and then I saw them in person for the first time then, and wow, their work ethic is incredible. Like, they would finish a match and come back for more training and come back for more physical physical training, and it's not just like one player doing it, the other player not doing it. Both of them look really, really committed to that. The amount of discipline that they have, very, very impressive to see, and they're just so young. I think of all the players who can really shake Chen Qingchen and YiFan today, I think it's Liu Xingzhen, Tan Ning, so Petrushka. I think it's a 50-50 match, I think Chen Qingchen has that beast mentality, her mental side is 100% one of the strongest strengths she has. Absolutely elite. Her and YiFan have won everything there is to win since the junior days, actually. And so, yeah. And Liu Xingzhen Tan Ning looks like a much younger version of Chen Qingchen and YiFan. But it's the first big Olympics for them, whereas Chen Qingchen and YiFan, I believe this is the second Olympics. Is that correct? They got the silver last time round, losing to Gracia Poli and Apriani Rahayu. So, let's find out. Let's find out very, very soon over the next few minutes. The liners are out already, so we should very soon. We should start very, very soon. Yeah, in a tournament full of upsets. Yep, Liu and Tan might upset Chen and YiFan. Yep. India, Indonesia, Thailand, one player left for the first badminton medal this year. Yeah, of course. You still have to win. Slick Huber, 35-36. I'll leave that to you to decide, but that is very close. That is very close. Right, let me quickly jump on to Chen Qingchen and YiFan's stream. Just waiting for the players to be introduced. I'm just going to swap my screen so I can look at the right one so we don't get cut off later on. There we go. We've got a different commentator right now in my ear. So Trevor Harris is actually commentating this one. I wonder if he's commentating with someone else. So previously we had Jill and Clark and Chris Langridge together. I don't know if Trevor will be commentating alone or will he have a color commentator. Speaking of injuries, do you think badminton is one of the most taxing in the body? Yes. So KY, badminton is a really explosive sport, and so there's a lot of start-stop, twist and turns, which from a physiological perspective, I'm no medical doctor, but at the same time, it's intense on the bodies, and also depending on where you play as well. So if you're playing in a hot and humid country like Southeast Asia, yep, the stress and intensities on your bodies are different compared to in a more mild climate. So to play at the level you want to play at, you need to obviously train. You have to work on injury prevention. You have to get stronger. I think it's a combination of everything. I think sometimes when people overdo it, then it gets a bit dangerous. Injuries would happen. So, yeah. So on my live stream yesterday, there was a comment about China clean sweeping. That was, I think, during or before Shi Yuqi versus Kunov Vititan, and immediately after Shi Yuqi lost, then there was no Chinese men's singles players left in the group, so the clean sweep won't be happening. So yeah, and did you know that Liu Yichen proposed to Huang Haicheng yet? Yeah, I don't think you can avoid seeing it. It's all over every single news channel, all over every single sporting channels on the planet. Anything, any news agency, sport or not, that is covering the Olympics will have shown that at some point. So there's no way of not seeing that. So yeah. Like even in Europe, it's all over every single news agency that you look at. So you cannot not see that. If you're somehow online somewhere, you will have seen it. Right, so both sets of players are actually on court right now. Let's talk a bit about their equipment at this point. So Chen Qingchen and YiFan. So Chen Qingchen is playing with the Astrox 100ZZ. YiFan is playing with the first generation Nanoflare 800. And Tan Ning I'm actually not sure what racket she's currently playing with. Let me try and have a closer look when she slows down that a little bit. I think it's a Astrox 77 Pro. And Liu Shengshu looks really relaxed, very chilled on court. I can't make out what racket she's playing with yet because she's swinging it so fast. But all 4 players are wearing Yonex SHB 65 shoes. So Team China is sponsored by Yonex, so obviously they will be using Yonex equipment most of the time. Patricia, what racket did Naomi Matsuyama use? Nanoflare 700. So she plays with a headlight Nanoflare 700 racket. Right, let me also... So... Yep. Getting a no on a proposal would have been quite a story. Yeah, I think it'd be quite... Yes, it's very hard. I think you have quite a few, I'd say maybe a few 100 million people watching live all around the world, or maybe even a billion or 2 watching. Yeah, I think it's intense. It's very intense. I think I've seen online there's comments of, is the gold medal moment being taken away or whatever, whichever side you stand on. There's no right or wrong answer with that one. They have been together for quite a while now, and so yeah, it's lovely that they're both happy, and that's good. Kang Sun Young, our umpire here, and Charles Wang Chao Wei from Chinese Taipei. Yeah, so we're just about getting into the final preparations for both sides. What do you think about this this Olympics edition's clothing? So obviously, Team Yonex players, they have the blocky design, which you've seen Pearly and Thinaah wear. But Team China have their own design. Team Korea have their own design. Whereas everyone else wears those blocks, the red, blue, and white one. That's one set, and then also the red version for the Danish team, and then also the yellow one for everyone else. Chinese clothing is pretty bad, not gonna lie, but at least they don't have the wet look, right? It's not the pretty wet one. Kind of looks like a 70s look. Yeah, it's pretty old school in that sense, right? So we have YiFan serving to Liu Shengshu first. So QingChen and YiFan is a righty-lefty combination, whereas Liu Shengshu and Ning are both righties. I think it's going to be a physical match. I think it should be a fast-paced match. Ning 100% is playing with the 77 Pro. Still haven't got a shot of Liu Shengshu up close enough yet. But yes, Brijendra 77 Pro and Nanoflare 800 Pro. Okay, so I will watch out for that. Wow. A trick shot straight away from Ning. That shows how comfortable she is. Watch out for the win. So Liu Shengshu 100% is playing with the Nanoflare 800. So thank you, Brijendra, for that. Good shot from QingChen, really not wanting to lift. So big celebrations, like in the same team, but still the gold medal is the gold medal. You both want the gold medal, so you gotta go for it. Project Family TV shows. I will have a look at that after. Not right now, AK, but 100% will do. Good attack, and both sides are celebrating every point, trying to apply pressure on the other side. As soon as you step on court, yep, it's all fair game. Delzen, yes. So I'm still with my 88D Pro 2nd gen, because I'm not sure the missus will be very happy. Me coming back with 3 or 4 new rackets. So no, so I'm sticking with the 2nd generation one. However, you might have a surprise soon. Right, so 3-2, nothing between them two. Hi Daniel, what are your current thoughts on who will win the men's doubles and singles? It could be anyone. For men's doubles, Liang and Wang Qilin being in the final again, that is amazing. They hit top form at the right time, and Liang and Wang Chang are currently 100% the number one pair. They rely so much on the speed and power, and Wang Chang is incredible at the front of the court, and his defense is solid. But it'll be a fairy tale story for Liang and Wang Qilin if they get it, so we shall find very, very soon. And then men's singles, it's open. It's really open. Victor is in there, so you can never discount Victor. Victor's a really big game player, big tournament player. Same for Kunlavut, Zijia. He's won the big ones as well. Laksha also. Laksha is again a big game player, so absolutely why not. So I posted an interview which I had with Liang and Wang Qilin at last year's World Championships. And it's quite a funny joke where Liang said he has no power. So go watch that on my Instagram. So go check that out. Wow. So things are tight. 4-all. Men's doubles is really 50-50. Yep. It's very tight. I think it's down to whoever has more discipline, or down to having more bravery and balls to not lift, because both pairs have massive attacks. I think it'll be down to whoever that can really find gaps in the middle of the court, keeping the shuttle crossing the net, going in a downward direction. I think that'll be a big chance. What an attack from Chen and YiFan, and still the shuttle comes back. Wow. So many shows coming back. Incredible rallies. Good intensity. Really good intensity. Do you like this schedule with only one discipline medal matches a day? I think the Olympics have always been a unique event. It's not like the standard World Tour tournament. I actually quite like having one medal event a day, really. Well, on Monday we're going to have 2, because we're going to have the women's singles and the men's singles finals all at the same time. Personally, sometimes I think for badminton, we feel like, because there's so many matches, it feels like we're being rushed. So, because everyone's had a really long day, and as soon as they finish, they want to get you off court straight away. And I think we need to give time to celebrate the players' achievement, give time for the fans to really be able to enjoy watching the match, really enjoy the atmosphere of the whole thing, being able to celebrate their players, the players that they're cheering for winning. I actually really like that there's only one medal match that we can really put full focus on per day, instead of 5 finals a day. Come on, guys, let's get it all out. And I think tennis has always done that for the major ones anyway, like the Grand Slams. You have the women's finals on the Saturday and then the men's on the Sunday. I think that's good because you get to put full focus on, and you get the fans coming back twice. I think that's a win. That is a win. So that's the first fault, service fault, called on the ladies in yellow. So obviously Liu Xingzhu and Tan Ning are 3rd seeds, whereas Chen and YiFan in red today. is the top seed. Big defense from YiFan. Amazing stop drop from Qing at the back. Still it comes back. Wow, this intensity is incredible. Still it comes back. Jeez. Wow, and that's out. Chen challenging that. Both have a little smile. YiFan having a little smile at that. That was an incredible rally. I think both pairs would have felt that physically just a little bit more. YiFan giving Chen some advice, some encouragement, a lot of talking to. That was in. That was perfect. Good challenge. Any idea of Qingchen's string? Check out my interview with her. I believe last year's World Championships, or the All England. I think she was with Aerobyte. I think she's with Export now, but I'm not too sure. Check out the interview. So that'll be a good one. An Se-young for the gold, yes. She's currently by far quite an outright favourite, but I haven't watched much of her matches yet for this whole week, so it'll be good to see. But yeah, like I watched a lot of her at the Indonesia Open and at the All England. She was very impressive, incredible, and she was completely wrapped up, like her right side having injured before, so yeah, and even while being not fully fit, she was able to be ultra competitive against the very best in the world. So if she's fully fit, I'm not sure many players can actually beat her at this point, but yeah, we'll see. Any comments on Kunlavut Shrichi match? Yep, so I've said a lot about Kunlavut versus Shrichi's match. I was live streaming as well, so I was commentating live on what's happening on court. Yeah, Kunlavut played excellent. Go watch it back. There's incredible variety in terms of variation, and an amazing amount of variation on court. Ning has a lot of deceptive skills, and to be able to find gaps and be able to push the shuttle into the right positions at the right time. Liu Shengshu, I think, has a more powerful hit from the back of the court, but both sets of players have incredible sets of skills. Actually, correction, Chen Qingchen is still with Aerobyte, because we just had a shot of her racket and she is 100% on Aerobyte. James, hi James, do you feel the urge to change rackets often given the amount of rackets you test? The wallet might not like it. No, I don't try and change rackets very often. Because obviously when I do, I need 3 or 4 of them to get the consistency I like in case a string goes. So no, I prefer to stick with one. But obviously as I get older, I'm trying to get easier rackets to play. So I really value rackets which are very user friendly, very easy to play, more. So we shall find out very soon. Oh, net cord. 9-10. This is getting way tight. Very tight. How are you doing since the All England? Hi Daniel. Yeah, they've been good. I've been good. All England was good. All England was a very busy period for me and my team. But yeah, like we really enjoyed it. I hope you also enjoyed it as well. Obviously, if you ever see me at the tournaments, do say hi. I don't bite, so always come and say hi. I actually really enjoy speaking to you guys. So yep, never be shy. Always come and say hi. You don't like the Gen 3 compared to the second gen, and that's okay. Yep, because yep, everyone has their own personal preference, and it's totally fine to not enjoy a new version or a new variation of a racket or any other equipment. So that's perfectly fine. Kai Eero, any string recommendations for Nelfon 1000? Yeah, you should certainly try BG80 Power. You know, if you might like it. Personally, I love Aerobite because it gives a lot of good feel on the shuttle. The bite you have, the control you have on the shuttle is amazing, and I really enjoy that. So I would 100% recommend trying Aerobite as well. But BG80 Power, go for it. Try it. Daniel, badminton's quite an expensive hobby. Grip, restrings. You gotta enjoy the sport. You gotta enjoy your sport, and if you enjoy badminton, absolutely, why not? So we go to the mid-game interval with the closest of margins. Let's listen to what YiFan is saying to QingChen. So YiFan is just telling QingChen, right, this gotta think a little bit more, especially on the serve and return. Just focus on, I think just getting the tactics right. They're actually quite happy that they've kept the scores tight. Here we go, the 360 cam. It's pretty good. I think at the moment, QingChen YiFan looks really calm, really relaxed, and just trying to keep the scores close and get to the crucial points. So crucial points, 100% would be like, what, 17 all. Those are crucial points. Yeah. There we go. Just getting point by point. So 11 all now. Yes, Daniel. Yes, always. Yeah, come and say hi. So no matter at what tournament, if you ever see me, always come say hi. Wow. So the pace have just dropped a little bit from Liu Shensu and Ning. And yep, QingChen managed to counter that shot onto almost a straight winner. Mr. David. CK didn't. I'm assuming you're referring to some conversations above. Yeah, the wife disapproves. Yep. Not sure the wife would be happy every time I come back with 3 or 4 rackets. Hi, Nakib. Good to see you. Brijendra. Yeah, so I'm not sure the wife would be happy every time if I come back with 3 or 4 rackets every time I test a new racket. So since the mid-game interval, QingChen and YiFan have got 3 straight points. So they're making the move right now. QingChen lifting out. So 12-13. Hi, Felix. How did you get to interview the players every time? So yeah, media is part of the role that I do now. Essentially, a lot of the world media, if you want to go to any tournaments for any sport, it's exactly the same. You have to apply through the proper accreditation channels. They obviously vet what you do and verify your credentials, and then also before allowing you on site. And so, yep, you have to. I apply most of the time, and obviously depending on what role I play. So I wear multiple hats. Often at tournaments, so it really depends on what I do at each event. So yeah, so that's what we do. is there enough difference in shot quality between cheap and high-end rackets just justify the high price? So mainly it comes down to costs of equipment always comes down to R&D spend and production costs, and also margins for logistics and stuff like that. And that's all part of the process. Generally, the difference between a cheap and a more expensive racket are the materials, the cost of production, and also better materials being used. So the better materials that are being used, obviously, the nicer it feels, the smoother it feels. And yeah, if you're happy with the budget to pay for a nicer feel, better performing racket, absolutely. It's like cars. You have the very cheap cars, which are still cars, and you have the ultra expensive cars, which are also cars. So that's the same concept that they have. Hi Kaito, hello from Spain. Hola, good to see you. Good to have you on the channel. Glad you're enjoying it. Peter, Malaysia lost to Japan. I expecting Malaysia to win. Well, Nami and Charu played incredibly well for that one. So, yep. But I think Pearly and Thinaah should be proud. Like I said, Pearly and Thinaah really have to be proud of what they've achieved. And Brijendra, yep, pretty balanced game. I mean, 15-14. Net cord. Half court smash still comes back. Yeah. So the quality is amazing. Big attack. Oh, YiFan put that in the net. That was a pretty as a free shot as it ever comes. I think she'll be annoyed at that. She'll be annoyed at herself at that one. I think she just snatched at that one like it was a free point, and they were like, oh, she really wanted to kill it. Mr. David, high-end rackets I feel allow you to have more controlled shots, more stable. Yes, I think I generally find higher-end rackets are easier to play with if you compare like for like the same models, because rackets nowadays are designed to flex in specific areas and specific regions. They don't flex linearly anymore, and so like some areas within the frame are designed to flex more than the others. And depending on materials used in specific locations, so it's really dependent on where. I think so. We just had a little shot of a Chinese family cheering, and the lady looks incredibly similar to YiFan, so I'm assuming she's YiFan's mum. So yeah, it's really good to see the families here supporting them in a big match. Big smashes from QingChen at the back of the court. Wow. Big screams from Lu Xingsu and Ning here. They're defending really, really well. And it feels like QingChen and YiFan just a little bit more tight, as in like they're tightened up that little bit. I guess coming in as favorites, you do have that added pressure. You know, you are the favorite, people expect you to win, and you have your younger teammates coming at you big time. You train with them every day, they know your weaknesses, you know their weaknesses. It all plays in the head, you know. I'm assuming both pairs are also roommates in the Olympic Village, you know, so they spend a lot of time with each other. Yeah, like similar to Formula One, like the last person you want to lose to is your teammate. So yeah, so and this is why I think there's so much intensity in court, and the level is amazing to see. CK, do you know why so many players are wearing heart rate monitor? What kind of black things on changes? Yep, so those are heart rate monitors. I believe they are wearing the Polar one. So obviously a lot of other athletes wear different brands, and you will also see players such as Zheng Siwei wearing a Whoop on his wrist. So I wear mine on my on the bicep strap. So yeah, like other Chinese players like Ren Xiangyu and a full German national team, they wear Whoop, whereas Asian teams generally wear Polar. Yeah, so it's a good way to track how hard a player is working at certain phases during the game. So obviously they can see, depending on whatever rallies they're moving, what they're doing in the rallies. Coaches can then actually analyze what's happening on court again, and then fine-tune training plans, fine-tune recovery methods, and then also fine-tune like the mental side that is needed, because wow, what a shot by Ning. That is as perfect as you get. Soft hands, net court as well. 1916, slight little gap now, and there's a little shift going on at the moment. Another type of sensor that's been more and more popular nowadays for badminton players is the catapult. So I think some of you guys might have actually seen Aaron Chia, because he had a white top on. You can actually see it's almost transparent when it gets so wet. There's a catapult sensor which they wear behind their neck. It's very common for football and rugby, outdoor sports to be used, but obviously now it's almost quite widely used in badminton. Those sensors record even more things other than just heart rate. They measure how many times you jump, how height you jump at, the intensity that you go at. They measure and quantify those metrics down to millimeter level, and so they're able to really quantify how hard a player is working, and then tailor the training and recovery plans to adapt to the situation. What an incredible point here. I'm talking about other things, and this is this is an amazing match being developed over here. So 17-20. Still, they need to save a few more game points. Right, the live score is shown 18-20 now. Oh, straight on to YiFan's racket. Hi, Supaisi. Good to see you. Good to have you here on our side. And again, wanting to change your shell, don't want to change your shell. It's all part of the process. If you're on the side that's lost a few points, obviously you want to change the shuttle. And we are on the winning side, you don't want to change the shuttle because it's been going well for you. That's all part of the game. That's long. 19-20 is getting tight. Is getting very tight now. Huge point coming up. Huge point coming up. Bro, Li Zijia. Li Zijia is gonna... Let's go. Wow. 20 all. That's a cheap point. Chen just really driven that straight into the gap. There we go. It shows you a mark of a champion. Really, the intensity that Chen brings onto court. YiFan backs her up really well. They complement each other so well. Can you post the Yonex Astros 88? I can't see the Pro 3rd Gen yet. Whoa. What a shot. Wow. 88D Pro 3rd Gen. Yeah, the video has been up on launch day. So it has already been up since launch day. So go check it out. It's on my channel already. So I think since February? Since March? So yeah, it's been up since launch day. So go check it out. Wow. Yeah, I think Liu and Tan just got really nervous since they reached game point. I think they might have just put the foot off the pedal a little bit. Oh, challenging the line call now. I think it's going to be quite a long way back if Liu Xingzhu and Tan Ning lose this one. Chen and YiFan would ride that momentum big time. So close to call, like they're both not even sure. Normally, if they're sure, if you know a player's sure, they would chuck the shuttle in or out. Oh, that's out. Right, there we go. The world number ones. 6 straight points. Big time. Crunch time. Let's listen to... QingChen's joking into the camera saying, bloody hell, amazing. It's like, how do you even stay cool and calm at 16-20? And they're just literally laughing and smiling to each other at the moment. Whereas Liu Xingzhu and Ning are just a little bit stunned at the moment. I think maybe probably more annoyed that they've not picked the first set. They now need to just really reset, just really start from 0-0, 0-0, love all again, and go from there, because they really pushed Chen and YiFan hard, big time. And yeah, I think Chen and YiFan would really be start high pace in the second set, bring the intensity. So we shall find out. We shall find out. Are you someone who adapts to your racket, or you believe there's one out there that suits you perfectly, almost like an extension? I think there's a combination of both, really. Training plays a big part. You know, like if whatever you do need to train for it. If you're training consistently, you would 100% adapt to your racket, to your strings a bit better. Yeah. Find a racket that you like, find a racket that you enjoy playing with. I think it's a balance that you have to find. So some of the more demanding rackets are more fun, to be honest. Like, say, head-heavy stiff rackets, if you connect with it, it feels so good. But say the next day when you play, because you're tired and then your timing's all off, then it's not fun anymore. So yeah, you have to find a balance between which rackets you go for. So that's something that you have to find out for yourself. Yeah, so QingChen is just being impressed with herself by being able to come back 6 straight points and winning that game, giving herself a little pat on the back. That one, good fun. That shows how relaxed she is on court, and that's amazing to see. So the Pro Tour game, 2nd gen versus 3rd gen. Yes, so Brijendra, that video is coming out tomorrow, so watch out for that one. So that one's been done ages ago, so the testing again was done at the same time as when I did the pro models. So it's just capacity and ability to push them out. So that will come tomorrow, so we keep watching for that one. Olympics finals. I'm Malaysian, so yep, there we go. That answers your question there, Supai. So Essence usually yes. Are coaches absent? Yes. So I think same nations. I think they're not allowed to have coaches. But if same nations from different teams, so I'm not sure if this is the Olympics, but I know on the World Tour, same nation, same team, no coaches. But same nation, different teams, you can have coaches. So some players are from the national team, and if some players are not from the national team, then feel free to have coaches. Here we have a 45-degree side cam. It's still so close, too close to call actually. It really depends on Liu Xingzhu and Ning's mindset and their ability to clear their heads and ignore that first set loss. They're whipping the shuttle cross court really well. Chen really did well intercepting that one. Wow. Wow. Three one. Chen really hunting the shuttle down on the third shot, like serve, return, third shot. She's really hunting that down, taking it really high off the tape, playing super soft, forcing Tanning and Liu Shensu to having to lift. Chen Yingchen surprised even YiFan with that serve. Here we go. 2-4. Hi Kaito, will I jump on for a live stream for the women's singles semi-finals? Let's check. What time are we on? Oh wow, this is very early. Maybe not. I will 100% plan to do the men's singles. This bit I can confirm. I would really like to do the men's singles semis. Not too sure about the women's singles semis yet. So Chen and YiFan just won a challenge, and obviously the men's doubles finals is on 2 p.m. my time. What a challenge! Holy macaroni! You are correct. Feels like everything's going QingChen and YiFan's way at the moment. Yeah. So it's free flowing. It's flowing a lot more for YiFan and Chen Yingchen at the moment, whereas Liu Shensu and Tanning are not 100% a bit more stressed because you're on the losing side. Yeah, we'll see. Punch clear. Still clip down from QingChen. Whoa, okay. Kaito, yeah. So it's too early. It's too early. It's a Sunday. I might watch it. I might not live stream it. But yeah, we shall find out. Yuki Fukushima. Nobody watching women's tennis final. We'll find out. Yep, everything, the momentum has completely shifted over to Chen Yingchen and YiFan's side. 8-2. Good rally, actually, this one. So Chen Yingchen and YiFan attacking a lot at the moment. Liu Shensu Tanning weathering the storm, but manages to manages to get through. Cheng 2 games up on Vekic. Oh wow, it's good. Still a long way to go, and a lot of things can change. Knock who's there? Yuki and Sayaka never coming back. I think first of all it would be to get Sayaka back to full fitness. Really, that's a major injury. They did take the gamble to try and qualify. That is sport. It's really harsh. So I think I'm not sure if they're done. I don't think they're done. It'll be quite a shame if they're done. But let's see. Let's find out. So you kind of feel like Liu Shensu and Tanning to stay in this match. They kind of need this to go their way. But that they're all watching the screens to find out. Well done. That's in. Yeah, Pilo Yes, I think I can relate to that. Sometimes I feel like, but I think the TV camera angles don't help because I've seen some live courtside angles that show tennis at incredible speed. But yes, in terms of the gameplay, sometimes I do find it like a much slower version of badminton because they play cross so much, cross court to cross court. In badminton, if you play the cross courts a lot, you're going to get in trouble straight away. Wow, what defense! YiFan attacking now. Chen Qing's at the front of the court. Punch out. Real intensity in this rally. Cross court punch clear. Big chance. Using Zhu finishes that. Really good rally. Hi CK, no medal for Malaysia today. No, Nami and Chiharu played excellent. That's why. 2 more chances tomorrow though, so we shall find out. Liu and Tan, youngest pair in Olympic finals. I don't know about the actual stat, but I know that they're a very, very young pair, and we will see a lot more of them coming in the future. But yeah, if you compare other women's doubles pairs, they are 100% the youngest one. Oh, that was a good shot. So hang on. So QingChen is complaining to the umpire. So even they're from the same teams, you do have mind games. You do want to play the psychological side of things. That's completely normal. It's up to the umpires to enforce the rules. So yeah, you do whatever you need to within the rules of the game to win. So attacking play from the younger pair, Liu Shinsu and Tan Ning, not giving up. Good to see that they're still going for it, not just rolling over. Are there news already? Players are used to spin, tumble, serve after the Olympics. I think they're gonna have at the World Federation. I think they're gonna have a proper meeting about it, and I think we'll find out soon. Personally, I've not heard of a decision being made, so we'll find out soon. I don't know about you guys. Put it in the chat. I'm personally not a fan of the spin serve. I think it wrecks the game. It makes it into a lottery. It's not a skill-based game anymore. It's a lottery. I personally think it then becomes it wrecks the game. So I personally don't like it. So let me know. There we go. No one's a fan here. So I think, yeah, hopefully common sense prevails at the World Federation with the conversation. So we shall see. Bye, Supai. If you're online, come join us again tomorrow. So there's a little mini comeback at the moment, 7-10. Still not over yet. By the way, QingChen moves across to cover that cross. She felt like she knew Tan Ning was going to play cross straight away. Lots of incredible deception going on. Oh! Unlucky. Wow. It's a really high quality match here in terms of skill level. And Tan Ning really showing she's going to go onto the forehand side and then last minute trying to turn that. It's like the Kenta Momota shot. So, yeah, it's really demanding to play that at that point in time when when your opponent is just literally racking up in front of you. Yeah, in essence, yeah, so I think it was only formally banned until a decision to be made after the Olympics. Pilo is correct. So we shall see. We shall see. Lizzie J will get gold medal. Let's hope so. Because yeah, Malaysia will be super happy. But there's 3 more players that also want the gold medal. So let's see. Victor is a really good bet to go all the way as well. Do you prefer a racket with a shorter shaft or a normal length? It depends what you call normal length, actually, because normal length is actually 670 millimeters, and no major manufacturer is making rackets at 670, I think. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's 665 millimeters. That's apparently the normal length. We're very used to Yonex making rackets at 675 mil, and exactly everything is 675 nowadays. So that's the normal standard now. So yeah, I'm fine with 675 and happy to keep it that way. I think the limit is 680. The legal limit is 680. So the 88S is at 670, so it's still 5 millimeter longer than the standard. Yeah, so yeah, it depends where you define normal is. Normal is supposedly 665. Good return from Ning. She does have a lot of really high-end racket skills. Cutting that shuttle. YiFan looks like Zheng Siwei right now. Oh, I think she touched the shuttle before it landed out. Thinking so. We've found that the Olympic site does have some issues occasionally. So they don't. So yeah. So they should update automatically. Sometimes the live score on the Olympic site does have a little bit of a lag. Current score is 100% beyond 912. But I'll keep you guys updated. I'll just keep an eye out. $12, 9. 9-12, sorry. It's not over. Oh, it's only 3 points. How did she get that one? Wow. Playing soft to the net, trying to push past the first player. QingChen really is trying to stay in the front of the court to apply pressure. She's been pushed to the back, now back to the front again. Super soft. Yeah. Absolute fidelity. Maybe perhaps try some of the Thai channels. I wonder if some of the local Thai channels would be showing badminton anyway. You might have to pay for a streaming service, obviously. RTM Click, I believe, is only available in Malaysia. Obviously, you're physically in Thailand, so that's why it's geo-blocked. So, Liu Xingwen Tan now attacking. Punch clearing cross. Amazing intensity, speed and pace of those rallies. YiFan now attacking. Cross. I don't know how Ning managed to get that. Jesus Christ. What a shot. Wow. She's tried it a few times now. And then she's decided to do it with the shot that has the highest pace. Wow. Defense. Incredible. Liu Xingzhu gave her a fist bump. She didn't even notice that. What a punch clear on the slow-mo as well. Just wow. That's very cool. incredibly refreshing to see, being so far down in the second set, coming back, still within 3 points. So, referee now in court, 360 camera again. Let's try and see what this saying. Did something get in her eye? Or... So something's got in her eye and she wants to flush it out. So doctor is saying this is distilled water. Ning must speak quite good English. She's able to translate it for Sheng. So here we are, 10-13. It's not over till it's over. So 3 sets. What do you think? Put it in the chat, guys. 3 sets. Are we gonna have 3 sets of this incredible intensity? And what are your thoughts about the 360 cam? I'm loving it. I think it's great. Obviously, it's done more often in football and in basketball, but obviously it's good to see that in badminton as well. And there's also the net cam, which I haven't seen yet from today, but there's a net cam inside the net. Oh, good clear. Good variation in Ning's attack. One harder smash and one slice, taking out a lot of the weight, but still going down super fast. Well done. Even with Ning Lumen as to go ahead of further put it away. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. I'm actually really enjoying this intensity, this level. Good pickup. So it's a 3-point cushion still. 3-point cushion. It's not over till it's over. So so obviously we can see in the crowd there's quite a lot of support for QingChen and YiFan, because obviously they're a more established pair, they're more well known worldwide, and then someone just decides to shout, let's go Team China, and everyone starts shouting. What a serve. Yep, so this is where the experience comes in. Variation of the serve, decided to drive one down the middle, really, really good. Now you make your opponent think that little bit more. Really high intensity in terms of the pace of shot. Wow, okay, unlucky with Ning. I thought that was a really good idea. Cross court, punch clear, flat as well. Yeah, lack of experience. Hi how ho. There's no coach, which could help. It's just a little bit too much. I tell you what, with at their age, playing at this level, and they can get only better. It's scary for all other pairs. That's how I look at it. Like, they're playing at such an incredibly high level. It'll be scary for other players. Wow. So Ning was kind of taunting QingChen with the really high racket receiving position to say, look, come, serve that. And she still did, and managed to get that as an ace. Hi, Kaito. Yeah, no, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow if you're back on. Liu Xingsu's not giving up. Let's go. Ciao. Held that serve forever. Yep. If you're not called, it's 100% legal, so there's absolutely no problem. Wow. It's literally straight onto an empty court. Wow. Did she take that with a forehand and cross straight away? It felt like a backhand, but on second thought it might be a forehand. Oh, 3 points in a row. 3 very quick points in a row. Normally they have to work very hard for it. Chinese and YiFan want to change the shuttle. Ning said no. So keep that. And she's ready to serve now. It's gonna get tight. I do want it to get tight because whilst we're at it, why not? This is Olympics finals. Oh, just push that one out. Three points away. Yes, 3 points away. What chances will you give Sent against Victor? It's up to both players to fight out for a win. At this stage, everything on paper is just on paper. They have to prove that they deserve the place in the Olympic finals. So they have to go for it. What a shot by Ning. Off balance, still able to play that stop drop. Shorter shaft as in 100 ZZ, normal length. Ah, you're talking about shaft length. Yes, so there's always a slight difference in shaft lengths compared to the overall racket length. So obviously I measure in my racket reviews, I measure all of them and I do state them in my videos. So yes, certain racket models do have slightly shorter lengths of shaft compared to longer ones. Right, 1915. Big point for both pairs because big point for QingChen because it's going to get match points. Big point for Liu Xingsu and Ning is closing the gap. So this is a crucial point. This is a big point. There we go. That was a cheap return of serve. Gold medal point here. It's taken them 4 years to come back to the stage after last time round. QingChen says, calm down. Let's go. Whoa, that's it, done. QingChen celebrates. YiFan feel just looks like she's just relieved. Group hug all round. Big smiles all round. Well done. I mean, they've fought for it. Liu Xingsu and Ning can be very proud. I think Liu Xingsu is just a little bit emotional. Yeah. That's a high quality match. Saying thank you to all the technical officials, umpires and service judge. Chinese flag comes out straight away. That was quick. Did they bring it or did someone chuck it into the crowd? Chuck it from the crowd. GG. Well played indeed. Imagine if Lee Chongwei randomly appears at the Olympics. I know Lindan's in Paris. I'm not sure about Chongwei. So yeah. So yes, Matthias Bo is no longer coach of Sachi. Yes, I saw the Instagram post earlier this morning. Yeah, everyone needs a break after the Olympics. So have a good holiday. So all the ladies are just saying thank you to all the fans. Everyone stood up, standing ovation. That was great. That was absolutely an amazing match. Incredible match. It's good. Yeah, Brijendra. Yes, Matthias posted to say yes, he'll stop coaching for a little bit. He's a bit tired, so yeah, he's gonna take some time away from the game. The girls are arguing in court on what's gonna say. So they're just gonna say, yeah, they just literally screamed into the camera, Chinese women's doubles number one. Yeah, gold and silver. You can only have two pairs in there, and you both pairs went all the way to the finals. So that's a real statement. So it's good to see that they're all happy and chilled with each other. Uh, Obviously, just taking their own respective rackets back, and then we're gonna. I'm just listening to YiFan and QingChen talk. Are they gonna chuck the rackets into the crowd? So I think YiFan was gonna chuck her rackets in, or I think she was gonna ask QingChen if she wants to, and then she said, "Well, my rackets aren't made anymore," so she's just put it back into her bag. Yes, because YiFan's playing with first generation NFL 800, which has been discontinued, and so she's like, "Right, I'm just gonna chuck my rackets back in. No rackets for the crowd." Wow. Yep. So it's a lot of hard work. It took them 4 years of sacrifice, hard work, just to even get to the same position as they were last Olympic finals again. And it showed the level, the class. Form is temporary, class is permanent. They've worked really hard for this, and well deserved. Well done, well done. That was an incredible game of women's doubles. Shall I stay on for the prize presentation ceremony? I think it should be immediately after. What do you guys think? What you gonna do? Yes, why not? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. 58 minutes, 27 shuttles, 42 strokes for the longest rallies, and most consecutive points. Yeah, so yes, see who takes a selfie. Yes, after 20 minutes. Wow, really? So is there a wait for 20 minutes for the prize giving ceremony? So we just got some shots of the crowd. To go shower and come back. I'm not sure if they go shower and come back. I think they're just gonna maybe just get changed into the official medal gear. See who takes a selfie. Yes. When we'll be streaming tomorrow, I think, like I said earlier on, I probably won't do the women's singles. It's way too early. I'm gonna enjoy my Sunday morning. I will 100% try and do the men's singles semi-finals. Kunla versus Zija, and then Laksha versus Victor, and then obviously come back in the afternoon for the men's doubles match. So it's going to be proper badminton fest tomorrow. Yeah, join me. Please welcome and join me. So yeah, so on the screen, obviously, women's doubles final classification. Obviously, China 1 and 2, Japan 3, Pearly and Thinaah, Malaysia get 4th, and then the rest of the quarterfinalists, you've got Korea, so on and so forth. Whilst some of the replay of the highlights of the matches just being replayed. So my predictions are still on. So if you watch my prediction video, 2 out of the 5 categories I've got right so far. So maybe on target to get all 5. Yeah, what do you guys think? And I think for women's doubles, this is such a high quality field. It's a good match. And Chen and YiFan really did come out number 1. They've been number 1 for a long time. Who did I predict for men's singles? Yep, so I said Shida and Victor were the two outright bit more favourites. I have three dark horses, Kunlavut, Zijia, and Anas. But obviously Zijia played Anas yesterday, so one of them had to lose. And now Zijia is playing Kunlavut. One of them will also have to lose. Victor will be on the other side of the draw. We shall see. Crowd celebrating. So here's often a question. So with a lot of my friends, we often sit and watch badminton, and after watching badminton, we're all desperate to play. Do you all feel like that as well? Do you feel like, you know, desperate to play badminton after you watch some badminton? The impact is even more if we were in the arena, watched it live. We'd be desperate to go and play some badminton. And what do you guys think about the shuttle? So the shuttle is Yonex F90 tournament shuttle, and they have a unique tape around it for the Olympics. See you tomorrow, Kay. See you tomorrow. Yes, I can see everyone itching to play. Yes, I'm glad you all feel the same way. Every time I watch badminton, I just want to just jump on court and play. And hence, obviously, sometimes at the tournament. So whilst we're working at the tournaments, me and my team, we're also lucky enough to be able to jump on the actual match courts after everything's been done all the day. We're able to jump on the match courts and actually play. And that's actually hence how I knew some of the difference between the official match courts and some of the court mats that we have in our clubs or in our regular clubs. And that's how I knew the difference between then. And also playing in such a big halls, playing in such a big arena is very hard to play because the show is really slow. And also the lights are incredibly bright up there, which we never ever see from a TV's perspective. But when you first go down onto halls like these, the first high serve or the first lift, you look up and you're just blinded by the lights. Sometimes courts have 2 rows of spotlights. Those are also very tricky during clears. So when your opponents are punch clearing you, the shuttle has the same flight as with the lights, so they do get lost in between sometimes, so that those stuff are pretty hard to play. The pros make it look for way too easy. We don't often notice that as we're watching, but yeah, so that's how I managed to get an appreciation for how hard it is to play in such a hall like this, and the pros make it look way too easy. AK. You had to leave the finals. You were getting sick of badminton. I think after stringing for the full week, probably even before, because they start training a few days before the tournament. Yes, you would have been tired of badminton. But hopefully I'll be able to see you in Japan sometime soon. If you're at the Japan Open ever, what do you think? You've been to so many major tournaments all around the world. Which is the Japan Open? In terms of atmosphere, is it the same as other tournaments around? What do you think? Unable to find Marin Ohori highlights. I guess I'm not sure. Obviously, Indian broadcasters, I don't know where you can actually find them, really. Obviously, on my stream, which I've paid for, we're able to watch every single court live and on demand as well. So, yeah. I'm based in the UK, so I'm not in Canada. I'm based in the UK, and so yes. AKA coming this month. I don't think so, but never say never. Yeah, I don't think so, but never say never. And yes, like you said, it is very close because the Japan Open is mid-August and we're in early August right now. So yeah, the pro schedule is really relentless. It's really, really scary. I hope a lot of the players take some time off after the Olympics and enjoy the relief and the de-stress. process a little bit more. 2004 was the last time there was no Chinese men's singles in the semis. True. I think there was a stat yesterday which said that, so that is correct. So Brijendra, yep, so I pay for Discovery Plus or Eurosport in Europe, and so yeah, they have every single match, every single event, and every single sport on stream for the whole of Olympics. So it's not in Tokyo this year, AK. So it's in Yokohama. So okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't know that. I thought it was always going to be in the same Tokyo Metropolitan Arena. But I've never been to the Japan Open. I would love to go. I would really love to go. But it's a long way to go. So we shall see. What badminton racket do you think is the best? I think rackets are really subjective. It's down to what you like. It's kind of like me asking what's the best car out there. It's almost impossible. Everyone will have their own answer. Personally, I currently play with the Astrox 88D Pro, the second generation racket. And so, yeah, I enjoy that one. It's stiff, it's hit heavy, it's got lots of power. Yeah, what about you? Vegeta in India is Geo Cinema, but you can replay the match. So there we go. See you tomorrow, Brijendra. Good to have you here with us. We're just gonna, I think the prize presentation ceremony is about to start because all the photographers have gathered round. The TV camera is already down. We're just gonna wait just a little bit more. It's also pretty good that quite a wide majority of the fans stayed behind for the prize presentation. Oftentimes at normal World Tour tournaments you see a huge amount of fans leaving the arena immediately after the final shot has been played. This is good. This is good to see. And whilst I have the time, actually, I might as well talk a little bit more about the very unique shuttle. So this is from this year's All England. This was like a little souvenir pack that they were selling in the concourse. It's the same F90 shuttle. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to get it to focus, or is it too close to be focused? The same F90 shuttle that they actually play at the Olympics. Currently, this year's All England, they also had a very unique special, what's it called? The tape on the side. It's not focusing for some reason. But I'm not going to go click on the camera because it might just cut the stream. But yeah, so there's a special unique tape on the inside and also a special unique tape on the outside, and it's exactly the same for the Olympics. They have it on the official pink Olympic color scheme, the corporate branding, which I think I absolutely love. The purple, the pastel colors, the green, it looks amazing. I love how it looks inside the arena. And the F90 shuttles, I'm aware, is only being used for 4 tournaments on the circuit. So the Olympics, the Yonex Japan Open, Yonex All England, and the World Championships. So only 4 tournaments are being used with the F90. F90 is absolute elite shuttle. Amazing to play with. Sounds amazing too, but you can only get it in Japan. But obviously some retailers do ship abroad. So yeah, you should be, if you want to get your hands on them, they're not cheap, but that's why they're expensive. They're elite shuttles. 200 renminbi per shuttle in China. Wow, that's really expensive. Or is it per tube? 200 renminbi per tube or per shuttle? Out of stock in Japan now. Yeah, probably all of them are at the Olympics. They might have had to do like a special production run for the Olympics, 100%, because the tape is different. 2,000 per tube. Wow, somebody's making some money right there. yeah, but the F90 tournament is really really nice to play with. It's a privilege to play with some of them sometimes. Like yeah, I'd really enjoy playing with them. I wish all shuttles were like that, but it's not possible. We can't get our hands on them. I think in the UK, if you were to import some of them from Japan, you'd be looking for at about £40 per tube. So you'd be looking at around £40 per tube, and probably you might also get hit with taxes on the way in as well. So it might end up to being £50-60 per tube. Yeah, so they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all, but not as expensive as 2,000 yuan per tube though. That is crazy. I agree. That is very very expensive. AK, does your store even stock some F90, or do you have to back order, or do you have to order in if some of the customers order it? What model actually is one of the most popular model? Obviously you have the F90 all the way down to 10, right? So there's 9 grades instead of the usual 5 for AS. No stocks of the F90. We cheap. 6,700 yuan each tube. Let me quickly do a conversion. Obviously I think the yuan isn't doing too well in the world markets at the moment, so I think that might also contribute to that. So yeah, so 6,700 is £35. So my £40 estimation is not correct. It's not too far off at all. What is the most popular model that you guys do in Japan, AK? Have you seen the racket, Yonex Nanoray 7000i? I believe the Nanoray 7000i is a Yonex Sunrise only model. It's not available on the international market, I believe. Not the full global international market. So I think that's a Yonex Sunrise only model. So no, unfortunately, I haven't tested that one before. So we're still waiting. Still waiting for the prize giving ceremony. How long does Yonex continue producing the same racket? I think it varies. I think it's 100% up to them to decide. They have a lot of the details on how the market is reacting to certain products. So yeah, I think they make that decision. Generally, I would say no racket is being refreshed on an annual basis at the moment. It looks like every single model is lasting 2, 3, 4 and upwards years, depending on what they are. So I mean, like if you look at the Arc Saber 11 to Arc Saber 11 Pro, that was such a long period of time. And yeah, so, and the Arc Saber 7 to the Arc Saber 7 Pro, that was an even longer period. So yeah, just, we never know, we don't know, but at least it'll be quite a few years. Yeah, you always get emotional too when players have tears of joy. Yes. Yes, that's why I like the ceremonies. Yeah, but only 6,700 yuan. I mean, 6,700 yuan. I'm not sure how much is it in your currency, but it's quite expensive for a tube of shuttles. And even with a slightly weaker yen than usual, it's still pretty quite a lot. And again, just wanted to add as well, if you haven't been to an arena live in person to watch some pro level badminton, if you have any world tour tournaments that's near to you, I really thoroughly recommend it. Go watch live badminton tournaments, live professional badminton tournaments. They are incredible. If you can, try and get seats as close as possible to the courts. No matter what angle, you can watch it from the back or you can watch it from the side. It is amazing. The TV cameras don't do it justice. In terms of the speed and the skill it shows. Unfortunately, this is the limitations we have. Hopefully, until one day we can wear like the Apple Vision Pro and be able to see the actual shuttles flying around. Hopefully, that day will come sooner. But yeah, like go watch it in person. It is an amazing experience. I cannot recommend it enough. Go and try. If there's a World Tour tournament that's close to you, or make a weekend out of it, go and join in. Like, it's amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. 42 USD. Yeah, that's still quite a lot. Yonex is gonna make the Arc Saber next stage. Oh, we'll find out very soon. How much does tickets cost for the All England or the Indonesian Masters? Indonesian Masters is not a Super 1000. Indonesian Masters, I believe, is a Super 500. The Indonesia Open is a Super 1000. All England is also a Super 1000. I believe the All England tickets for next year are actually out on sale now, so you can actually go and check. Especially if you buy them as early as now, it should be cheaper than a lot closer to the event. Obviously, each country will have their own independent rates, country specific, of course. So 100% go check them out. I can see people coming onto court. Or maybe that's the VIPs or something. There's some announcements going on. The camera is still not zoomed in. There we go. Here we go. The prize giving ceremony is on right now. Indonesia Open. Go check the website. I don't know what's the actual prices for this year. But I think prices are slightly different every year, depending on inflation and so on. So go check that out. So yes, we're seeing all three sets of women's doubles players now, including Nami and Chiharu back on court. So Team China kit. Let's see, Mr. Li Lingwei, IOC member. Exactly 20 minutes later. Perfect time for a shower. Bila mau balik Malaysia, mungkin untuk Malaysia Open. Malaysia Open tak pernah pergi. So, let's see. So, the official country kit for Team Japan is from ASICS. And that's why Nami and Chiharu are wearing ASICS kit. And then for Team China, is it Anta? I think it looks like it is Anta. There we go. It's being announced. They look super happy, as they should. An Olympic medal, a tough one to come by. You got to be absolutely elite to be able to win. The medals are heavy. I think some players have said that, and they have a lot of meaning behind it. It's a precious one. And Lady Kuan Yin just presenting, is that a commemorative scroll? What do you think about Li Zijia's current game style? I like it. I think Zijia's playing really well. I think a lot of people remember the 2021 All England Li Zijia, but he's mentioned that he's spent a lot of effort and time working on becoming a more complete player, becoming a better player. I like him. I like his playing style now more. We can see it. Liu Xingxu, Tan Ning jumping onto the podium. They really enjoyed being on the podium. I think this will just give them more motivation. It will just spur them on. I think we'll see a lot more of these two. Oh, she's saying thank you in Thai to Nili Kunying, so that's pretty cool. So Liu Shu, Tan Ning, silver medal. Here we go, the gold medal, the gold medalist. There we go, big celebration, big jump. And they're on the podium in the top step. This one, yeah, they will treasure this one a lot. You know, having to come back from Tokyo, reset, readjust, reevaluate, review, and now here we are. Gold medalists, Chen and YiFan. They are 100% part of the group of the GOATs. So yeah, completely dominant in all their tournaments. So yeah. Yes, leading weight. I guess Miss Li Lingwei understands what it takes to win an Olympic gold medal. So Chiharu's nodding with the national anthem rhythm. Who are my top 3 favorite players to watch? That's a really hard question. What about yours? I genuinely can't pick 3. This is almost impossible. There we go. Selfie. Are we having a selfie? There we go. Are they asking for a selfie? Did anyone bring their phones out? Let's see. We've waited half an hour for this selfie. Quite a lot of the fans behind are trying to get in. Get in behind. Linda, Yuto Watanabe, Leon Day. That's a good list. That is a good list. There we go. All medalists on the podium. Not yet. Where's the selfie? Anyone brought their cameras on? Everyone brought their phones on? Oh, there we go. Here's the selfie. So Samsung was one of the official sponsors, and there we go. That's that moment in there. Okay, your selfie moment's on. So yep. So every single athlete got a Samsung Flip, the latest Samsung flip phone, as soon as they checked into the Olympic Village, and so yeah. So they now also have that, and I think that there's an app for all the athletes at the Olympics. I think it's the Athlete 365 app, and I'm sure these photos will be shared with them. There we go. Hopefully they have a lap of honor as well. Yep. So the gold medalists are going to sit down, have a proper photo session, whereas the other medalists are being ushered onto different side. Yeah, so this bit I really enjoy, where I think we get to really appreciate and celebrate the achievements of the players, because sometimes I think in normal tournaments where we have multiple finals a day, you just feel like, right, okay, final done, get out of the way, next one on, next one on, because the day is so long, and by the time you come to Sunday, yeah. Anyone who's working at a tournament, you'll be knackered already. You'll be so tired. And oh, there we go. We see YiFan hugging her parents. That's really good to see. Mum is certainly emotional. So very good to see. I think they're signing right now. The guy's so happy. QingChen YiFan signed his jacket. Yep. What is the difference between each shoe series? I believe I have a video out on that already, so go check that out on my channel. There's plenty of comparisons on my website, so do go check that out. And Nami and oh wow. So Nami's medal has been taken away by Liu Shengsu. So Ning gives Nami her silver medal. So she's upgraded instantly. That was quick. So that's good scenes. Good scenes. So just watching the prize giving ceremony. There we go. One of the Team China staff. He's also filming Chen and YiFan doing the lap of honor. That's pretty cool. A lot of high fives to the crowd. Nami posing for photos. So they're straight on to the mixed zone with China's CCTV interviewing straight away. It's very cool that they have the mixed zone inside the arena where you can actually see the actual interviews being played. Not being played, the play. If there is actually matches on, the TV crews can actually interview them straight away, which is very cool to see. So, yep, I like that a lot. So last few shots of some of the crowd that's left in the arena. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been a pretty cool women's doubles matches. Again, tomorrow we shall have the semi-finals day for quite a lot of them, for the men's and women's singles, and then also the finals for the men's doubles. So yeah, join me tomorrow and I will see you all. Have a good evening, have a good night, or have a good morning wherever you're based in, and I will see you then. See you later. Ciao.